Alright, what's up guys? So I'm going to talk about sarcasm, and in this video I'm going to be more in depth with autism and neurotypicals related to this topic. So like for example, like since I have autism, I could be very sarcastic, but how I put it out there is what makes people scratch their head, because I can joke around, but my tone of voice is monotone, it's flat. I don't raise my pitch, I don't lower my pitch as much. It's mostly flat. And when I'm serious, right, and say people notice that I joke around a lot, people won't get it because I'm not good with my facial expressions either. I'm not good at expressing my facial expressions or my body language. And that's what makes these neurotypicals confused, and they won't understand you. And that can make you feel frustrated when you're trying to communicate with people, and you'll feel misunderstood because like these neurotypicals will misinterpret. They'll not understand like what you're trying to do when you're being sarcastic, right? They'll take offense to it, right? Because you did it at the wrong time. It was inappropriate, right? Or say say you're a serious person all the time, but then on occasion you can be sarcastic. So when you're talking these neurotypicals, they notice mostly that you're a serious person. You talk in a serious tone constantly, but when you're joking and you use that same tone, people are not going to understand that. People are not going to get that you're joking or you're being sarcastic or something, So that's what is a struggle with autism, is the sarcasm at times. There's times where you can talk to people and like say a person's being sarcastic to you. Maybe they're being passive aggressive. Maybe they're not even joking. They're being sarcastic in a way to because they're irritated by you, and you won't pick it up because it's maybe you're slow to get it and you get it later, right? You start realizing like, hey, this guy is pissed at me, I didn't notice at first, but later on, it clicks. Or you're just like more further on the spectrum, you don't get it at all, That's it, makes it even worse right there. So yeah, the sarcasm is like sometimes like a person with autism can be better with their sarcasm than a neurotypical. Sometimes they can be so sarcastic that they see other neurotypicals be sarcastic, pick it up, but maybe the person on the spectrum doesn't understand facial expressions or social cues or reading the room or say eye contact, not enough of it, right? So, and that's another thing too, like neurotypicals really analyze on how you socialize a lot. So they check your body language, they make sure you have the right eye contact. So say if a person with autism isn't giving the person eye contact and the person being like sarcastic or something, like that is autism. The neurotypical may think that person's being rude because person not giving eye contact and is being sarcastic, and maybe that tone sounds more serious in a way, and that person may take offense, right? When really you're not. It's just your autism symptoms are coming out. You're not trying to be rude on purpose. You're not trying to piss them off, you know. So, trying to think of anything else. Yeah, and then like how neurotypicals be sarcastic, they kind of do it in a way where they use their facial expressions more. They match the sarcasm with the tone of voice, right? You know, and they're just better that way with that sarcasm, since it's a neurotypical world. But with a person with autism, they're not the best with expressing their emotions, and they're not the best with like using their body language like a neurotypical. So it's gonna confuse them. It's gonna confuse them when they're trying to be sarcastic, you know. And then that's what happens. You get discriminated. You get treated like garbage. You get bullied. People may take offense to you, and you're not trying to hurt them, and they may think you're creepy or something, you know. That's what happens all the time, and you're not doing anything wrong. And yeah, I'll say that's something that I struggled with too. Like, I'm a pretty sarcastic person, but the way I put it out there towards others, I guess the body language, my tone of voice, my facial expressions kind of make it difficult for the neurotypical to understand, because they may think you're doing it to be rude and disrespectful towards them, and then they put you down, you know. So yeah, and then you just read a neurotypical sarcasm, and if you're like mild, you may be slow to get it, or you're just oblivious, you know, because you may not pay attention to it, I guess, you know. You're paying attention to something else, right? So, but I guess we'll talk about more about sarcasm and stuff like that in another video, but I kind of want to talk about it in this. So, catch you guys later.